How you doing? Is everybody very conservative in New York? Christopher Wright here to present you another one of my infamous walk and talk videos. So what's today's walk and talk going to be about, you might be asking? It is going to be about my hometown, where I'm from, Maryland, specifically the city of Baltimore. Ooh. So I'm going to talk about the situation going on with the Elijah Cummings. He's the Democrat in the House of Representatives representing Maryland, the 7th Congressional District, which is West Baltimore. And the issue is, President Trump made a tweet recently talking about the whole situation going on and talking about Baltimore pretty much. And I'm going to read the tweet specifically because they're already kind of called the guy racist, all this stuff, you know how to do with Donald Trump in the mainstream media. So I'm going to read the statement. So give me a second while I stop my walk because I can't walk, talk, and read. That's just dangerous. But the statement is this. It goes, "Why is so much money sent to Elijah Cummings district when it's considered the worst run and most dangerous anywhere in the United States? No human being would want to live there. Where is all the money going? No human being want to live there. Where's all the money going? How much is stolen? Investigate this corrupt mess immediately. As proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, well-run, just very crowded. Cummings district is a disgusting rat, rodent-infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, he could clean up the very dangerous, filthy place. Elijah Cummings has to be a brutal bully, shouting and screaming at the great men and women of the Border Patrol about the conditions at the southern border, when actually his Baltimore district is far worse and more dangerous." And that is pretty much all he said about the whole Elijah Cummings situation. It's Trump's brashness was in there. You can hear it. You can hear Trump being brash in your face with his statement, but there is nothing about his skin color, nothing about, I'm being an idiot or moron or, just, taking personal shots at the guy, disrespecting him. So this whole thing about Trump being racist, it's just more fake news coming out, more just trying to discredit the president after doing a great job. And this is coming from me. Check this out. You guys know that have been watching me for a while. I am from Maryland. I grew up in Maryland, 18 years spent in Maryland, most of my life growing up. And I lived in Anne Arundel County, which is right on the outskirts, Glen Burnie to be exact, right on the outskirts of Baltimore. And I'll be the first one to tell you, it's a feces hole, without using the explanatory word for it. But it's in terrible shape, and it's been in terrible shape for a very long time. And when it comes to crime in general, it's horrible. The murder rates always skyrocketing. In the 90s, when I was growing up there, it was the murder capital for like 7-8 years, almost a decade straight. And if you look at this, let me tell you the size of Baltimore. Baltimore, I'm living in Brooklyn, New York right now, as you guys know, because everybody's very conservative in New York. Brooklyn is one borough out of 5 boroughs. And then there's upstate New York, which has nothing to do with city. It's, that's all upstate. Brooklyn is bigger than Baltimore. So it's a little tiny city in Maryland. Maryland's not a huge state, has that much action going on, that much killing, that much murder, that high of a crime rate. And Trump is finally putting a finger on it and saying this is a problem, and he's racist for doing that. Come on, give me a break here. Let's talk about it, man. And then you got situations like, for example, you got Baltimore received, there's some information for you guys when it comes to Barack Obama, since people on the left love him so much. Baltimore received $1.8 billion from Obama's American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. Where did that money go? Where did the money go? That's my question. Let me tell you where it went. It went right in that Democrat congressman's pockets. Any place you look in the whole country that's ran by the left, look at Oakland, look at Baltimore, look at Chicago, look here, East New York, bad neighborhood here in East New York, all ran by Democrats. And I'm telling you right now, it's no coincidence. And a lot of times they're ran by black Democrats. To be more specific, if you really want to be specific, the only thing worse than Democrat, I think in my opinion, is a black Democrat. And that's not being racist, that's being real. Because any place with the worst neighborhoods always usually get ran by black Democrats. Because black Democrats seem they care less about their community. But yet they're used the most by the left to be put into power so they can get the vote. That's what they all care about, is that vote. And if you don't believe me, look what they're doing right now with illegal immigration. They're trying to move illegal immigrants in here now. So they're so about it, not because they want to help these people out, it's because they want that vote. And once they get in there and get that vote, they're going to push them aside like everybody else. And that is what the Democratic Party does. So what today's walk and talk I want to talk about is just give my president credit, because from a black man, not racist. I lived in Baltimore. It is horrific, okay? You can smell Baltimore before you can see it. I love the city. I grew up there. One of the big reasons I love the country. Shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. Grew up watching them. Great football team. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I fell in love with the country, I moved here in 91 from Germany. First taste of America I got was living in Maryland. So first time I seen heroin addicts going to the city for the first time, alcoholism, drug addiction, drug problems. And people always tell me all the time, Chris, is Baltimore like the TV show The Wire or Homicide? I get that all the time. Everywhere I go out of state, I don't even tell people I'm from Maryland. I tell them from Baltimore because people know Baltimore more than they know Maryland. So I say, I'm from Baltimore. And as soon as I say that, they go, oh my gosh, it's like that show The Wire. And I go, it's just like The Wire. People in Baltimore love The Wire because it's so accurate. So you see the craziness happening in those shows, The Homicide and The Wire. That is really how Baltimore is. It's very accurate, and the guy producing it knows it is. He came after Trump as well, the guy who was producer of those shows, saying, how dare you, attack Baltimore. It's like, bro, you're doing a show about how bad Baltimore is, and you're trying to attack the president for pointing that out. So, again, shout the President Trump for doing something about putting a finger on Baltimore, getting people attention, because if he didn't do it, nobody would do it, and we all know that. So, again, to everybody out there, hope you enjoy the content like always. Support our president, man. Guy's not racist. Once again, he's just doing a great job as a president. He's done more for the black community than any president in my lifetime that I've ever seen. So I'm not going to bash the guy. I'm not going to attack the guy for speaking the truth. Now, if he says something that was racist, if he dropped the N-bomb or something on him, or he's just ignorant, stupid black person, yeah, of course, I would be like, no, I can't stand by this guy. But there was nothing in that statement that was racist. All it was truth. And of course, unfortunately now, if you say the truth, Nancy Pelosi's of the world, the AOC's of the world, are going to call you a racist, a Nazi, yada, 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 just for speaking truth. Well, call me what you want. Censor me all you want. You guys are censoring my fan page on Facebook. You're censoring my YouTube channel. You can do whatever you want to, but you're not going to stop me from telling the truth. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it's one person listening or 1 trillion. I'm going to get the truth out there. So thank you, everybody, for listening, supporting. Like always, check out one more thing. Be doing my podcast soon. Right is Right. Look out for that. It's coming for you soon. God bless everybody out there. And, of course, like always, God bless America. Adios.